What is good, people, and welcome back to part 2 of this weekend's rebuild. We somehow won the league in the first season with Lazio. Looking at Roma's team, Lazio was old. Roma are old and shit, so I'm not expecting this to be a first season thing. Especially when Mkhitaryan and Dzeko are the team's best two players, and they do absolutely qualify for a free bus pass. So, the first thing we have to do, as we just take a look through the team, see what changes we can make to make them a little less wank, is make them a lot younger. I was going to make a nonce joke there, but I thought better of it, because it would definitely have got me arrested. Anyway, as you can see, Rick Karsdorp looks like he would stab me in the middle of a street, so he can't stay. So we're absolutely going to need some new players in. Dzeko, the first player out. I said we needed players younger. Yes, I'm making another very, very imaginative signing on this career mode. Patson Daka, Big Patty D, the shit Patty B, joining for 26 million plus one Jesus. Yes, I am giving them Jesus. I am bringing Jesus to Salzburg. Not my first and not my last signing. It was my first, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but it ain't my last one. Ezekiel Palacios, filling up one of the two non-EU quotas that EA completely ignore, because, you know, what is the point in caring about squad registration? It's not like it's one of the most important features in squad building. I mean, it literally is in real life, but, you know, EA don't give a shit. Anyway, Henrik Mkhitaryan out, Leon Bailey in. 28 million plus Leonardo, the Ninja Turtle. Was a hard thing to give up, just like my shit jokes are for you guys, clearly. But we did it, we made the sacrifice. Leon Bailey, the Jamaican Belgium Englishman, don't know how it happened, but it did, in. Again though, we need young depth. Pedro, another pensioner, another person who would qualify for a free bus pass, out. I've got to say, you're not going to be able to see it really from the signs yet, but this depth, player for player, might be the best I've had early on in the save. Roma don't have much in the way of like peak players. Lazio had Milinkovic-Savic, Luis Alberto and Mobile before I sent him away. Acerbi. They had a lot of players at their peak. Roma have none. But what we do have is some good young depth that's probably going to get me sacked because we're 8th in the league. As you can see though, absolutely buzzing with this, the squad is growing very, very, very nicely. Except Robin Gosens, who's holding out on us. Lorenzo Pellegrini will be the captain of the series the entire way through. Leon Bailey though, already up to 83. Patson Daka already up to 80. I'm going to make an early prediction. Well, first of all, we're not going to win in the first full season because we're in Europa League. I do though think 3rd, 4th season, when Patson Daka is reaching his full potential, when Leon Bailey is, when Lorenzo Pellegrini is, when Robin Gosens decides to get off his lazy ass and stop eating all that schnitzel, this team is going to be very, very decent. Ibanez brought in on a permanent with that little bit of money we get in January. You all know in Europa League, if you don't see it, it means we got clattered. Unfortunately, as you saw, we had Villarreal. As an Arsenal fan, I'm getting PTSD right now. I'm sure my Man United supporting friends are too. We got clattered. Roma though, beating Sassuolo, specialist in failure. Never be me. 5th place, some would say it is my greatest managerial accomplishment. Mourinho, I'm sure, would agree. As you can see though, Villarreal bent us over and treated us like a little bitch. Team though, again, Paul Lopez. I'm not impressed. I know you think what you're thinking. He's literally, you haven't seen him play a game. You just won the cup. How are you not impressed with Paul Lopez? Szokoszka was 87 rated by this time last season, and I know you can't expect every keeper to get 4 ratings in one season, but you can expect him to go up more than one. When you look at the likes of Palacios and Dominguez and Pellegrini and Leon Bailey's growth, Zaniolo went up 6 ratings. Man like Pau Lopez went up 1. 1. And no, I didn't stutter. 1. That ain't acceptable. I'm going to get disliked for this. Chris Smalling. I can't remember what Louis Van Gaal called him, so I'm just going to call him Donovan, because you know it works. Again, we got a little bit of transfer budget back at the end of the season, which, to be fair, on EA's behalf, is very realistic, you know. You'd make money. The board might give you a bit of money here and there. So fair enough, even though you probably did it by accident. We used that money to swap Chris Smalling. I'm not going to call him a Smaldini. I refuse to call him a Smaldini. And if anyone asks me to, we will be meeting for a scrap in Lambeth. Obviously, Roma's board love me because who doesn't love me? Other than my father, women, my whole family, and every person who's ever met me. 85 million though. Roma's American owners finally pulling their fingers out. Let's hope Man United and Arsenal. No, fuck Man United. Let's hope Arsenal's do. You're going to be thinking, oh, you can really fill out the squad with that, can't you? You can make a lot of smart buys with that. I'm going to buy Mikel Oyarzabal for 8 million. Yeah. Oyarzabal for 8 million. Another player who is going to be in his peak in that 3rd, 4th season. We sold a bit of squad depth. Bought in Kumbala on a permanent with the money we got back. Those will be all our signings for this 2nd season. Again, unfortunately, we messed up in the league, so we're in the Europa League again. I want to insult the Europa League, but as someone who didn't even qualify for Europe this season, I don't think I have any right to. 4th in the league, though, I'm not going to say it's a good season, because if we're not winning first, oh my god, we have Villarreal again. Somehow got through our group, rewarded with Villarreal. I should be unhappy, but I'm out for revenge. And the boys are too. The squad growth, absolutely unreal. Robin Gosens, thank you for putting the Schnitzel down and finally getting your Schnitzel out. +3 up to 87, catches straight up to Leon Bailey, Oyarzabal 88 and Patty D at 84. The man is turning into a speed demon. I wanted to replace Pau Lopez, I'm not going to lie. They wanted too much, so I told them to go and fuck themselves. We're going to save that money now for later in the season, potentially next season. Stade de Rennes in the quarterfinals of the 2nd leg of the quarterfinals of the Europa League. The chance for Rome to guarantee their place in the Champions League, because it's me, so I will probably bottle the league. I do love away goals. Just about does it. Our award in the semi-finals, Leicester. Leicester, specialists in failure. Sign Nico Gonzalez off of us, and unsurprisingly, limp dick it up front and don't score in the 1st leg. Gonzalez plays in the 2nd too, and you'll never guess what, they limp dicked it up front. Maybe selling Nicolas Gonzalez was the right call by me. I sold him for about 35 million to Leicester. Used that money to buy Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. I really should just be paid to write chants for fans. Athletic Club Bilbao in the final, and as you can see, a penalty win. Famous Basque Argentinian Joaquin Correa of Lazio fame got their equaliser, but it was not quite enough. As you can see, they had famous Swiss Basque player Bruan Bolo as well. It was not enough to somehow decide the whole world was Basque. We did not need to win the Europa League to qualify for the Champions League, thankfully, but we did it anyway because I win trophies, that's what I do. The team note as well, yet again, you could even the players who aren't playing as much, like Diawara, Dominguez, El Shaarawy, Perez, they're growing really, really nicely. Not as nice as Leon Bailey getting up to 88, but nicely, you know? You got to be pleased with a little growth. There's a lot of men who could do with it. Football is back. 3rd season, I said the 3rd or the 4th season would be the season where we confirm our Champions League win, our place as the kings of Europe, and we wouldn't get lucky like Chelsea did. Shout out Jaden, I'm sure you love that comment. We wanted Donnarumma, they wanted 165 million plus our shit keeper, so we told them to go and fuck themselves. I went for something a little bit different, for like the first time ever. Emiliano Martinez, the man I wish Arsenal hadn't sold. Yeah, it generally does sting. We sign him 23-ish million plus Pau Lopez for an 85 rated keeper. He's a little bit older than Lopez, but he's also a much higher rating, just like this lad here. Demiral's a bit younger than Romagnoli, but we are going for it all in this third and fourth season. We need players who are ready for it. Alessio Romagnoli returns home to Roma. He left Roma a boy. He came back a Milan captain. And he snakes them like the little bitch he is. Speaking of snakes, Nicola Barella, the Cagliari legend. I believe it was Cagliari, but it might have been Bologna. 65 million, I believe it ended up being about 68 million plus Palacios for a player 2 ranks higher. Same reason as the other two. We want players who are ready to win the Champions League now. Palacios by the next season probably would have been. Barella is going to be this season. We this season could potentially have 3 to 4 90 rated players in this team. We're going to need it, because I don't think I'm going to get Gladbach again. Those are my signs wrapped up. Let's see how we get on in the season. I'm not going to lie, I don't think the free back does too well in league football, because I don't think I've ever simulated a league where I've won with a free back. Actually, I did the Juventus, but I mean, to be fair, as well as that Juventus, I'm pretty sure I was 13th at one point with them, so point still stands. As you can see, Emi Martinez didn't grow, because screw me, I guess. If any of you have any 26-year-old sisters, please replay that last comment for them. Thank you. The rest of the team, though, growing very nicely. As I hope for some 90 rated players. Leon Bailey said, "Boss, I got you." Yarzval said, No, Leon, you ain't taking all this attention. I got you too, boss." Patson Daki looking like an absolute animal, 88 rated. Justin Kluivert, on the other hand, told me he wasn't going to sign a new contract. So I sent him to Naples. And as someone who's been to Naples and knows it's not the nicest area. Haven't been to Naples, to be fair, but I just know it's not the nicest area. Herving Chucky Lozano, you're welcome for me saving you. Justin Kluivert, enjoy getting mugged. The team, though, this is a Champions League winning team. Let's see. When this game was made, Liverpool are champions of Europe. I'm pretty sure they ain't going to be after this one. 2-0 on the first leg. Battered, clotted, smacked, bumba clot, sent, spanked. I don't know why I just said that. 3-1, it gets even worse. Kumbaya, my lord, and Robin Gosens. The goose is loose, and it is time for AC Milan to be the next victim. Quarterfinals, AC Milan. I should probably be giggling like I did when I got Gladbach, because they're playing Sandro Tonali up front, or at Cam. Yes, they're playing Sandro Tonali at Cam. And unsurprisingly, it didn't go too well for them. They bring in Pobega, or however you pronounce it. I know he's actually read quite highly, to be fair. Same old story. 2-1 wins. On to the semi-finals. UEFA, please don't copyright claim this again. It's a fucking video game graphic. I've had this bloody video blocked. Not this exact one, but rebuild videos blocked about 3 or 4 times because of a bloody video game graphic. My god, they're hungry for money, and this is me saying it. 1-0 against Barca in the first leg. On to the second, on to the chance for the king of Europe to qualify. Ousmane Dembele gave him a dream. Patty D woke them the fuck up and showed them it was just a nightmare in disguise. Third in the league, but the Champions League final ahead of us, the beautiful trophy in our grasp. Emiliano Martinez following in the footsteps of every keeper I seem to have, and only goes up 1 rating. Rest of the team though. Robin Goslin's 89 rated. The man's potential is meant to stop at 85. He just bitch slapped it and said, nah mate. And I was like, oh my god, he did it. 89 rated. Beast. Lozano is not much more than super sub anyway. Patty D up to 89. The team, I'm not gonna lie, Lazio should probably be pretty scared for the game coming up, because that team is pretty disgusting. Kylian Mbappe's boys though, PSG, I would be worried, but we all know PSG are the biggest bottlers in Champions League history. And yes, that is me putting it mildly. Derek Gray and Lee Dixon on commentary, so you're all welcome for me being the one to speak over him, because I don't think anyone wants to hear Lee Dixon commentate. An incredibly impossible route through the Champions League with the absolutely peaked and past it fraud Barcelona. AC Milan, another team who actually peaked and passed it. Zlatan moved swiftly on when he realised he had no chance. And Liverpool, who, to be fair, aren't that bad. But, boys and girls, we have kick-off. Here we go. Roma boys starting fast. My mum always told me, start how you mean to finish. And there's an absolute belting nonce joke in there, but I'm not going to make it. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Leon Bailey though, into Mikel Oyarzabal, finds Patson Daka. I'm going to finish a winner, so I might as well start by winning. Patty D sips the tea. Not going to make enough around. That one was actually an accident, I'm pretty sure. After I sang Glorious Carrias, my career in music probably peaked. 3 minutes in, some of you will say a kickoff glitch. I'll tell you to go and suck your mums. All I know is... oh god.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You know, this is why I kind of hate competitive mode, because that happens every single time. And I don't know who these footballers are who are somehow capable of one shot, no backlift, top foot, top binning it every single time on their weak foot. But I'd like to meet you. All I know is, we come forward again. Miki Oyarzabal. What? What? Alright, yeah, I get it. I'm not exactly a protagonist. I probably shouldn't win every game, and I'm sure you're getting bored of me winning every game. It's not my fault that I piss greatness. Okay? The clown music seems unnecessarily mean. I have feelings. This is not fair. This isn't fair. This is bullying editor quackers. This isn't okay. We come forward again, but it's a great... this is very distracting, this clown music. No, Kieran. Sticks and stones may break your bones. We come forward again. Kumbaya finds the Oyarzabal. You might think this set piece has flopped, but a quacker's set piece doesn't stop till the ball is out of play. Robin Gosens drives forward, finds the gap, finds the pass, and Patty D finds the net. So suck out, editor quackers. Champion shit right here. I poop gold, I piss diamonds. Yes, it is as painful as it sounds. Roma 3-1 up in the Champions League final. Patty D with a hat-trick in the first half. Robin Gosens drives down the wing. I was going to say like a German on the motorway, but to be fair, I forgot what the motorway was called in Germany, but all I know is Hitler invented it, so yeah, there's that too. PSG come forward there. Oh. What the fuck is the cheering for? What's the tense music? I'm not gonna lose. Stop getting so happy. Pricks. Anyway, Nico Della Cruz, the young... I want to say Uruguayan, but I'm sure he's Uruguayan. Nicolas Dela Cruz gets them a goal back, and they come forward again, but Emi Martinez shows why I signed him. A huge save coming out, making himself look big, and giving Mbappe the chilly willies and doing it again. A huge save from Emiliano Martinez keeps it at 3-2, keeps Roma in the lead, but it's the second half now and the tone has been set. PSG come forward again. Sarabia can't quite find the pass and Roma come forward. Yazbal cuts in, finds Nicolo Zaniolo.
Hey, what happened?
What happened? What happened, boys? You were all so happy when I was struggling. You all seemed so hopeful when you thought I was going to lose. What happened? Hey, what happened? You ain't ready. I don't lose. Put me in a cup final in real life. I ain't going to bottle it like Pep does. Put me at CDM for Man City. I'll just foul Mount out the game and their team shite. Take Mount out of Chelsea. They got nothing. I ain't threatened by anyone else. Havertz, Werner, not even worth mentioning. Put me at CDM for City. I'd have wiped out Mason Mount. N'Golo Kante, I'd have made him look like the 12-year-old everyone seems to weirdly think he is. It's kind of strange. Back on topic though. Back on top. Patty D finds Chucky Lozano. 69th minute. He says, mate, you've earned this. 5-2. When PSG were on top at 3-2, you all thought there was a chance. You all had a little sliver of hope. This might finally be the day that Quacker's tastes defeat and his massive raging ego finally fails him. It's not going to happen ever, lads. Irving Lozano can't finish, but big Mancini can, just like his father. To be fair, he looks nothing like his dad. He is so much better looking. Roberto Mancini is going to be looking down with a tear in his eye as Gianluca Mancini, his son, his boy, scores the 6th, yes, I didn't stutter, 6th goal in the Champions League final. PSG absolutely bottle it. You all thought it was going to be me. You all so hopeful I was going to bottle it. Too bad. PSG learn to take kickoffs, lad. Villa off the bench comes forward, finds Patty D, absolutely just embarrasses Colin Dagba and finds Chucky Lozano, who finds Pellegrini. El Capitano with his goal. Genuinely, I don't know if you saw it, but Alexis Claude Maurice got a touch on that just before it went over the line. Imagine how angry you would be as a footballer if you're about to score a goal in the Champions League final and a defender does this. That goes down as an own goal now. Imagine how angry you would be. The defender has somehow done a reverse David Nugent. If you don't know what David Nugent is, Jermaine Defoe is about to score a goal, literally rolling in comfortably. Nugent sprints like the Flash and taps it in from less than 0.1 yards away. But the serial winners, as always, winners always win. Roma, my favourite Italian team, do Francesco Totti proud. They retired the number 10 shirt. Totti himself told Leon Bailey, lad, you are leading this team to greatness. You can have it. You've earned this. Leon Bailey wearing that number 10 shirt ran that left side with Robin Gosens. PSG ran out of time. Now though, a quick look at the teams, and I'm not going to lie. I think Lazio should be pretty afraid because, yeah, there's a pretty big level difference. And boys and girls, we have kickoff. Roma versus Lazio. Who will be declared the king of the capital? Will it be Romulus or Remus? Will it be Lazio or Roma? Well, we know the answer to one of them because one of them was a treacherous prick. Romulus, we still haven't forgiven you. Remus, you are the OG. Rest in peace up there, brother. Early predictions though, and I'm gonna be honest. I think the one season Champions League win, as amazing as it was, Nearly as amazing as the fact I managed to rinse a 20-minute video out of it to not spoil the ending has probably crippled Lazio's chances of winning this, to be honest. Their players' ratings, their players' growth isn't nearly as high, and even their depth just does not compare. Zaniolo finds an absolutely ludicrous ball to Robin, who makes it clear he is the new Batman on the scene. A great finish plus Thomas Strakosha early on. Pellegrini ready to rave with the Roma fans that he has come to known as his family. Kumbaya, my lord, being sung everywhere. But Zaniolo, the boy from Inter Milan, the boy they got as part of a trade for a beaten down and broken Rajan Angolan, looking like a pittance in comparison to the price Lazio are paying now Roma have him. 1-0 this early on, you've got to think, could this be a sign of things to come? The boys are up it. We told you Roma have a thing about kickoffs. PSG learnt that lesson, but Lazzari sprinting down the wing and SMS finds him beautifully into Jochen Correa, who plays a beautiful pass into Luis Alberto, and Lazio fans maybe don't look away just yet. 1-1. Could the underdogs do the miraculous? Could the sky blue overtake the maroon? Roma's home kit just hurts my soul. I'm sorry, it just hurts my soul seeing Roma have a kit like that. Anyway, Zaniolo comes through, but denied by Strakosha. You've got to think, should he have gone across goal? Try to give the keeper the eyes, forgetting it's a computer game. You can't really give the computer eyes in the computer game. That was a tongue twister. Strakosha with a brilliant save. The Rob Brydon looking ass Zaniolo couldn't supply the finish, but Barea surprised Daka with a beautiful pass that's cut out by Sherby. Milinkovic Savic though into Joaquin Phoenix, Luis Alberto Correa, Martinez. I regret ever doing that. Lautaro Martinez though, as I have a voice crack at 26 years old, with a beautiful goal, sending Kumbaya, my lord, back to the campfire and smashing it past Emiliano Martinez. Patson Daka though into Mikel Oyarzabal just 2 minutes later. The bigger brothers make their position clear. 2-2 almost immediately. Roma have a thing about kickoffs, because 3 minutes later Robin Gosens find Patson Daka and it's a beautiful save from Strakosha, the only thing keeping Lazio in it. Acerbe able to lead him out. But as we come for the corner, Locatelli is going to have some regrets here. We all know it's a dive. Let's be real. We all know Leon Bailey has taken a tumble. We all know the judges have given it a perfect 10. And Tom Daly has written him a Twitter post asking for some advice. But Locatelli has been brought there. Leon Bailey bent over, showed him that thick booty and said, £10 boy, you want to ride? And Locatelli said, yes please my son. Leon Bailey goes to the ground giggling, and Oyarzabal sends the Roma fans home jiggling. Did that make sense? No. Does 90% of what I say seem like I belong in a loony bin? Absolutely. Is Oyarzabal probably leading Roma to the Champions League? Yeah. 3-2 to Roma. Lazio learning about what happens if you don't kill the wolves. Send them to the wolves and they'll come back leading the pack. Mikel Oyarzabal says you can have your 2-1 lead and you can stuff it firmly up your arse. 3-2 to Roma now. You've got to think, is the game over? Well, Patson Daka leaves Acerbi in the dust, smashes it straight through Strakosha. He used Thunderbolt, the goal was a water type, and it was super effective. 4-2 to Roma now. You hate to say it this early on. Game done. Game over. Roma fans rapturous. Pat Sandaka voluptuous. Leon Bailey a diving prick. But divers don't ever seem to get the karma they deserve, or Jamie Vardy would probably be back at Fleetwood. 5-2 now to Roma. Lazio firmly in the mud. Game done. Game over. And Roma aren't done yet. Nicola Barella driving forward from midfield makes it 6 in the 69th minute, and you have to think that early Champions League run, the getting Gladbach has truly cost Roma. Its rivals didn't make a mistake meant it. Oyarzabal confirms the hat-trick to make it 7-2. Thankfully for Lazio fans who flew over, that would be the last of the goals scored. It would finally end. Their suffering would finally be over. Strakosha did his best. You've got to say, without Big Thomas, it probably would have been 12. But Thomas the Tank Engine stood firm. Eventually, though, all train journeys must come to an end. 7-2, just 74 minutes in against your biggest rivals. Maybe the biggest demolition in any of these rivalry rebuilds yet. Roma confirmed as the king of the Roman capital. Lazio will probably have to pay their fans back for their tickets. Nicolas Dominguez, probably the least deserving captain to lift this trophy, but he did come on for Lorenzo Pellegrini, and EA are too lazy to program it so that your captain from the start of the match lifts the trophy. So Nicolas Dominguez gets to... I can't believe how fucking lazy EA are. Boys and girls though, this episode is at an end. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below who you want me to be covering next time. Peace.